Right, welcome ladies and gents. Box office roundup is looking like Sonic has beaten Disney, even though Disney has played dirty tricks trying to, well, basically they secured all of the theatres. I say dirty tricks, it is and it isn't. They were really smart with their contractual obligations with theatres, but it strong arms the theatres into securing certain screens just for Disney's movies, not allowing more screens to be allocated to Sonic, which is clearly the favourite. So, we're going to take a look at the box office roundup. Please do hit subscribe if you're a returning viewer and you're not yet subscribed. And thank you all so much to those people that have answered that call. Genuinely, it means so much to me, so thank you. But let's dive into this now, shall we? So this is a report over on Deadline. They're very, very good with their box office reporting. And actually, they're very, very good with the predictions that they have. They seldom make mistakes, actually. And for all those people that watch Grace Randolph and be like, her movie math's amazing, she just takes it from this. It's Deadline that's amazing. Promise. She just takes it from Deadline. Anyway, so let's take a look, right? Sunday AM early right through. After Sunday AM update. So it's been updated. This was updated an hour ago at time of recording. There'll be very little change from this now when this video releases. But look, Lion and Land Critter continue to go at it like an episode of Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom this weekend, with each studio screaming that they're number one. If you look at the standard 3-day weekend, it is Paramount's Sonic the Hedgehog 3 with $38 million. So good. Really, really good. Mufasa is looking at an estimated $37 million. Now, you compare those numbers and it looks close, doesn't it? It's $1 million off, right? The issue is that Mufasa and Disney secured all premium screens. So actually, no. Footfall, the amount of people going to watch each movie, substantially different. There are so many more people going to watch Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It is wildly more popular. Wildly more popular. The variation on prices for premium screens are huge. Huge variation. IMAX, 4DX, all this kind of stuff. Those are the screens that Disney has secured and no one else is getting a look in. So 37 million versus 38. It's incredibly impressive that Sonic has done those numbers because of the premium screens being secured by Disney. Now it says this, however, on the 5-day measure, which saw the Lion King prequel rise from the dust on Christmas Day and December 26 in its dailies, Mufasa takes the lead with 63.7 million. But again, that's just 5 days. We're talking about the actual weekend as well. If you're just looking at the weekend, the 3-day. So, yeah, Sonic has beaten Mufasa. You know, we do weekend to weekend, right? And then we look at the totals. And Sonic is still beating Mufasa. So, yes, still winning, basically. It says this, Saturday was a close call for both family movies, with Sonic 3 seeing 13.5 million and Mufasa with an estimated 13.3. However, it wasn't a Christmas of cannibalization, as there was room for 4 family movies. Thanksgiving holdovers of Universal's Wicked and Disney's Moana 2. For all the concern that similar demo movies would eat each other up, here's a scenario of all boats rise with the 3-day overall weekend at $161 million, which is plus 43 over the near New Year's Eve weekend of last year and 56% ahead of the same frame at the tail end of 2022 when Avatar The Way of Water was soaking up business. Soaking it up, basically. Now it says this, the overall Christmas weekend of December 20 to 26 amounted to 263 million per Box Office Mojo. It's pretty good, although that is down from last year's holiday, but not that much. Last year was 279.9, and I think that's just down to what movies are out, and obviously economic activity as well. So Christmas fell on a Monday last year, which feels more of a 4-day weekend. The last time Christmas fell on a Wednesday was in pre-COVID 2019 when Disney Lucasfilm's The Rise of Skywalker rallied all movies to a massive weekend of 485.5 million. So you can see you know, this is doing okay. Wicked is not doing that well at the moment now. It's at $634 million worldwide. That's not great. It's not great for a film which, you know, has cost substantial money. Both films, I think, together are like $300 million or something like that. It's good if you're looking at it separately. Like, they would have earned money from this, obviously. So the controversy didn't really affect it. And those weird interviews didn't really affect it either. So, hey, good for them. The real surprise here, and it is real surprise, the massive win of the box office. It isn't Sonic and it isn't Disney. The massive win is Nosferatu. So the 3-day on Focus Features Nosferatu moves to 21.1 million with a 5-day of 40.3 million. So there you go. This movie cost somewhere in the region of like $25 million, if I remember rightly. And I could be wrong. It might even be less. But, yeah, that's going to make absolute bank. Because it's out here in the UK and the rest of the world New Year's Day. It's barely been earning money because it's not on a wide release. But even then, it's still done loads and loads and loads of cash for what it is. I mean, this is Nosferatu. You know, by Robert Eggers. This is the biggest film of his career. That's fantastic. It really is fantastic. It has done incredible money. Again, you got to think about what it is. Now it says here, reasons post-track why audiences attended Nosferatu include the horror genre, director Robert Eggers, and then there was a lot of people that thought the Fanged Monster and Babe feature looked fun and entertaining. Lots of walk-up business with 59% of the audience buying their tickets the same day. So there you go. But you can see it's absolutely ballooning. I tell you what I am intrigued by is the demo, right? So the best grades for the movie are from 25 to 34 demo. I'm surprised by that, just because the original is so old, but, you know, good for them. And you can see here, right? So we have Mufasa. Mufasa. Week 2, it has a total of 111.4 million. Yeah, not great. Now, this, FYI, they're doing this over the 5-day average here. So, Mufasa is number 1 in the 5-day. Okay, it's not number 1 in the 3-day weekend. I don't know why Deadline's done this. It's bizarre. They may have had the request from Disney. They even start their article by saying that they've argued over who's the number 1. Well, the number 1 weekend is Sonic. Sonic is the number 1 for the weekend. So, Mufasa's only done, by its second week, $111.4 million. Not great. Not great, actually. Sonic, week 2, has now done $137.55 million. That's amazing. Now, the reason why Mufasa's not very good is it did like 160 million. The first one did like 160 million opening weekend. By week 2, it's still not even there. That's bad. It does show a decline. It does show a lack of interest in the product, and that's important. And then just the rest of the figures here, you can see, you know, what they've done. It's good. It's not bad. Gladiator 2 is just completely fallen on its arse and it's basically dead. Week 6, and it's not even done $200 million. That's terrible. Don't know why Paramount decided to spend so much money on that. So bizarre, but never mind. So there you go. Don't have much else to say, really. Box office is great. Sonic absolutely trounces over Disney, and Bob Iger will be pissed off, and that's why they've obviously asked Deadline to, I would imagine, anyway, asked Deadline to be like, no, put us as number 1. You're not number 1. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.